Today I want to help you understand a little bit more about the folk genre, and by the end of this video you should know what some example folk songs are and what makes them folk, and then also how to make any song a folk song. So let's start with what is a folk song, and the easiest way to start with that is to talk about some examples. So I'll list some examples and then I'll also share through that a few examples of me singing a few of the songs just to give you a taste. First one is Wild Mountain Thyme or Danny Boy. Both are traditional folk songs.
Oh, the summertime is coming, and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme blooms around the purple heather. Will you go, laddie, go?
There is Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. There's Blowin' in the Wind by Bob Dylan.
How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly?
There's This Land Is Your Land by Woody Guthrie. And then there's House of the Rising Sun, which is another traditional song. If you're wondering what really makes a folk song, there are a few things that are specific to folk music and you should focus on when you're adjusting how you're going to be either creating a folk song or you're going to be singing someone else's song in a folk style. I have three things that I'm going to cover today. First is the lyrics. So first, any folk song is going to have a story behind it, so it will tell a story. The lyrics in folk music are meant to be heard, and they are typically the star. They're not going to be, front and center. The instrument is not going to be front and center. It's going to be the lyrics and the words. So it's really important to be able to share the words, communicate the words in the song. When I talk now about instruments, item number 2, the instrument should help and support the lyrics. So it's going to help tell the story. It can have that rhythm part of the song, and it's going to pace the song as well. So you'll be able to have the speed at which the song is sung, and you're going to have the ability to use that instrument to keep yourself in tune as well. So whether using a guitar or a ukulele or a mandolin or some other instrument where you can play and sing at the same time, you need to have that in mind, that it's a support, and your instrument is going to be in that back seat. It's not the star. You're not going to see in folk songs riffs and long sections of the, I guess we'll say, instrument coming to the forefront. It just isn't like that. You will have pauses in the music, and that's important because you want to give people sort of a story and let them think about it a little bit, and then have a break and then come back into the story again. And whether that's verse, chorus, then some sort of a little bit of space, that's okay. But typically you don't see like huge sections of just guitar or just some other instrument. The third item with folk songs is that the idea is that they're human, and it's for humans, and so they're not going to be perfect. They are meant to be real and for real people, and they're not going to be overly synthesized. So this is one of the reasons you'll see a lot of songs where it's a one-take song, and you want to focus on fun over perfection. So having a song that has a good rhythm to it, and it's not going to be overly produced either. The songs can be fast or slow depending on what your story is and the emotion that you want to get across with that. One thing I want to say is, again, I come back to that idea of pause. It's okay to have pauses in your song, so you can have fast, pause, fast again. You can even change into fast, slow, pause. You can sort of do whatever you want to get the story across. When you're singing, it is okay to just give yourself that more space for breathing to get to the next line. Folk songs should be really easy for almost anyone to sing, and while it may not necessarily be in every person's key and ability to sing, it should be relatively straightforward on how to sing it. And lastly, I've been singing some songs recently like Louis Capaldi's Someone You Loved, and I noticed that a lot of the song, you get to the end of the line, or those lines that come one right after the other, and it's hard to maintain enough breath for all of those. And the folk songs typically aren't going to have that sort of feel to it. You're going to have plenty of space, plenty of breath, and very simple to sing. If you like this video so far, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. I hope that you can support my channel as I continue to grow and expand. Let's move into how to make any song sound folk. So you can really choose a song from almost any genre and make it sound like a folk song. Now, the first thing that's really important is the song does need to have some sort of lyrics that are going to tell the story. So I would try to choose something that you think you can make into a folk song. Does it have potential, I guess, is the question. And you want to have both the lyrics and have chords that you can play on the guitar relatively easily. You can simplify the chords if you need to and make those adjustments to sort of make it your own. You need to adjust the song key to your voice to make sure that it is easy for you to sing, and that it's not going to be too wide of a range if you have a narrow voice range. Now, if you're thinking about how to make the song unique to you, there are other things that you can do, and that's keeping the instruments subtle that you're creating your song. Make sure that you keep the instrument more quiet, maybe more in the background. When you're recording, make sure you have the mic closer to your face for singing, and maybe not so much on the guitar, because you want to make sure you capture your voice. Make sure that you're focusing on singing the lyrics and being able to hear those. Being able to have good enunciation of the words is always helpful. And then slow down the song if it makes sense for that, how you want to interpret it. Folk songs can be upbeat, but it's not a necessity. And then lastly, I'm going to share a few examples of some pop songs that you can make into folk songs, and you can really try any other song that you would like to try, but here's some that you might want to think about and give it a shot. I will share one example that I've done at the end, towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So some of the example songs I have are Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, which is definitely more of a pop song. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, which is definitely upbeat. And then there's Dancing Queen by ABBA, which might be a little bit more of a challenge. And then the one that I'm going to share is Do You Believe in Love by Cher, which has been a bit of a challenge for me. And so I'll share you my experiences in being able to make that sound a little bit more folk style.
No matter how hard I try, you'd be pushing me aside, and you can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. Takes time to believe it, but after all is said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. Do you believe in life after love?
I hope this video helped you understand a bit more about the folk song genre, and I would challenge you to try and play more songs from other genres and make them into a folk style. And if you're interested in learning more about guitar or singing or just getting inspired to play instruments, write songs, make sure to check out my videos in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you on a future video.